we're on the power, and we're racing down to turn number 1.
Norberg trying to come across. Can he hold to the outside? Going to run the outside of the rim. He'll be there at least in a position. May come away with second, likely third. He'll have to check up a little bit. Couple drivers go off. Otherwise, we're settling in with Turney out front. Good opening lap here. Van Walston goes, I believe, into the second spot. Is that Norberg still? Yeah, P3. Xander, we're underway into the bus stop for the first time.
Good start for Hurricane Hannah Greenemeyer from 6th to 3rd there off the drop of the green. Paulie Massimino into the 4th. Massimino into 5th. DeTulio with a great start from 9th up to 6th here as your leader takes them out of the hairpin. We're side by side. DeTulio by on Massimino. They were 3 wide further back. John Burke, Diego Ramos, and more going at it there for the edge of the top 10. They're still side by side. Look at the gap now. The top 6 have gotten away. Burke gets through, Morgado through, Vasquez Jr. Some really surprised no one really got the worst of it. Some very veteran and mature driving, and that's to be expected, of course, out of the 3 elder statesmen in the field, although Norberg wants second, and he can't get it away from Van Walstein.
He's going to lose third because of it, maybe even fourth, no.
And by them staying kind of in line, it's allowed them to get a gap, and now they can do this. Send Van Walstein to the lead out of the hairpin.
I think we're going to see a lot of different drivers try to go up front as here comes Greenmeyer. She's going to force the issue. She'll come through. Norberg gets by as well.
Well, Senna Van Walstein didn't want to wait behind Turney, but you know all of them in the back of their mind are trying to save something for later. Greenemeyer to the inside, not able to get it done in turn number 2. Van Walstein holds into the ball. This is a long line of go-karts, all trailing Senna Van Walstein, and that's why you know Hannah Greenemeyer's feeling like she's got to go. Big run, Van Walstein knows it, and a huge slingshot engage move for Hannah Greenemeyer to the lead for the 374.
Yeah, her former teammate Ryan Norberg coming through as well. He'll do an early entry into turn number 3 to make sure Van Walstein doesn't slide him in.
Proven she still knows how to get around this place, even with less seat time on the year, but she's got company. Norberg back to the inside. Van Walstein goes low as well. Side by side, and he bangs tires with Greenemeyer. Has to fall back, and Turney saying, thank you very much. You want to get that aggressive? I'll just find a way by and get myself back into 3rd. After the last race, we saw him in action in the U.S. Pro Kart Series at Houston as late move from Joe Turney on Hannah Greenemeyer. He gives her space at the end of the corner. Just tried a little bit too far back to make it stick.
To the engine. To the Cosmic chassis that are going to give him what they need. They're battling it out like crazy back for second spot. Here comes Keeble in the fight. Turney finally getting by. Greenemeyer as well. There comes Van Walstrom. There's a lot of scrapping for those other positions. This could allow Norberg to pull away.
And I think he'll be able to make the move for 3rd right here, over the curbing to the chicane and back.
Unless she low lines, which she does. She goes down to the bottom. Contact there. Again, this time through with a little bump and run. We'll see how Hannah likes that, because again, Van Walstrom right there as well. She goes a bit wide on the exit, and she's going to get roughed up.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, she got clubbed there by Van Walstrom, who gave her the little bit of a hip check. I'd say a lot of a hip check coming through that corner, and that was right on the camera.
That was terrible. I don't know if there's any other way to describe that. Now Van Walstein's going to throw one at Paulie Massimino, and this is just not fun to see there of a guy with so much respect coming into this weekend and was so admired by many drivers. And now he's going to get roughed up a little bit by DeTulio and falls back another position. Now, granted, again, Harley Keeble and Greenemeyer were going at it, but that extra move there going through the S's, that's no doubt going to draw a penalty. The Superkarts USA officials, they've got our video system and their own to keep an eye on it.
For sure, but of course she's getting attacked as well. Oh, another bump and run a bit there by, I think that was Morgado.
No, that was Ramos. Ramos giving
yep.
it to her. Yeah, yep. Granted, front straightaway once again for Ryan Norberg. If he takes a look over his shoulder and sees Joe Turney, I mean, I got to imagine that the mental space there for Norberg probably not as strong. This is a guy who has robbed him of his usual come-from-behind victories that we're so used to seeing, where Norberg is able to wait and really just kind of dial his pace up in the final half of the race. Turney's done that and then some. We've heard it even in his interviews earlier in the year. He's like, I can't even do the same thing that Joe's done because he goes even lower in pressure than I do. And we're seeing that come to fruition right now. Turney that time a 58.9, Norberg a 59.1. And now, down the backstretch, off the chicane, to the inside, for the lead. Joe Turney is through, but Norberg with an over-under pulls alongside, and he's almost clear. Turney again inside. This time, he'll stop it right on the apex and takes the lead fully.
Yeah, textbook move there, was it not? Get down, up over the curb a bit, kind of park it a little bit at the apex of the corner. Norberg with nowhere to go, just kind of works himself back up around. And again, I think I would not be surprised to see Turney potentially pull away, but this could be the opportunity for Norberg to really leverage the draft. Now, that may be just enough, Sander, to keep him in the fight.
Let's see what it looks like this time to the final corner. Closer than before. Hits the curb there coming on the front stretch. It's going to hurt him a little bit. 3 to go.
Does he send it here one of these times? Just throw it in the bottom.
Oh, there was dirt on the racetrack. Dirt on the racetrack as they came onto the front stretch. You saw Norberg weaving.
You see the amount of rubber that shot off the tires as well. He tried to clean those things off coming into the braking zone.
Through the backstretch for the final time today through the chicane. Joe Turney's lead has opened up now to 4 car lengths. Ryan Norberg sends it in deep from way back to the hairpin, trying to close up, trying for a final desperation heave, but it's not going to be enough. And for the RPG domination of this racetrack, they are going to be upheaved here by the Kart Republic Chad Dockin Racing factory driver Joe Turney. It is another win on the season. He is victorious in Utah.